Welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 507. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only. It's the man on the ones and twos, it's Paul Despawn.
Hello. How are we all doing?
I'm tired, Despawn. I'm tired. I'm really, really tired. How are you?
Girl, same.
Girl, I am tired. No, seriously.
It's
really tired.
Yeah, it's been a hectic week. Like, we've put out a lot of stuff this week.
We have. It's been a long week across the board. Everything that I've been doing has been long. Yeah. Yes, 100%. And of course, we have the one and only Too Fresh Crash. Crash, how are you?
I'm doing better today. Better.
So for everyone who doesn't know, Crash has been a little bit sick. His voice is not sounding like it usually does. He's usually like got that high pitch, annoying tone.
Hi guys.
Like there it is. Oh, he got it back. He brought it back. Perfect.
Yeah.
He brought it back. There it is. But now he's back to this rough and sexy voice, which we've said he has to keep from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. If Fix said if I keep this voice, he'll go on a dinner date with me. So
Whoa.
Gonna...
Well, my third wheel over here.
No, that's not happening. I want that made on the record. That's not happening. Crash.
Yeah.
I know you've been asking yourself this for a while, which is Fix. Didn't you go to a boot sale a while ago and you bought 2 Xbox 360s? And I didn't ever tell everyone if they were working or not. So here are those 360s. I'm here to confirm they don't work. But that's okay because it only cost me £2, remember? You remember this, right? It only cost me £2. So not a big deal. Never guess where I was this morning, Crash.
Where were you, Fix?
I wanted you to guess.
You want me to guess?
Narnia.
You went to Nando's, had a good fish and chips.
At Nando's.
Cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know what Nando's has.
It's cheeky, but it's not that cheeky.
It's not that cheeky. I went to another boot sale this morning, Crash. And not only that, I've been on the Facebook Marketplace out here just getting deals left, right, and center. But we're going to stick to the Facebook Marketplace today, the boot sale today. Now, Crash, you might be asking yourself, what's better than 2 Xbox 360s?
3, right?
I would say 3 Xbox 360s.
Whoa.
Nah. I hear what you're saying, Crash. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
What's better than 3 Xbox 360s?
It's got to be 4, right?
4 Xbox 360s.
Now where's the 5th one?
Nah, Crash. I hear what you're saying. 4 is a great number, but 5 is even better. I got 5 of them. 5 motherfucking Xbox 360s, baby.
Now I've got a question.
Of the 5.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's the same question. How many work?
Same question.
3 of them.
Ooh.
Pretty good numbers. I bought these 2 bad boys. So for those who are watching the audio version, I've been holding up Xbox 360s this whole time. I bought 2 slim Xbox 360s. 250 gig hard drives. With controllers and wires. How much did I pay?
For just them?
How much did I pay? Just everything I just said.
Knowing you, £15 at most. You wouldn't pay more than £15 for those 2.
I was gonna say, maybe at a push 20 if they confirmed they were working.
They didn't confirm they were working. I bought them untested, but they did work, thankfully. One had Minecraft inside it. The other one had Lego Indiana Jones. Bonus games for me. Crash?
Yeah.
We have been friends for way too long, my friend. £15 I paid.
Nice.
£15 on the spot. You know it. 3 Xbox 360 controllers, which I needed controllers because I couldn't test the other ones without them. And I got myself a little bargain, Crash. I'm in the money. I'm in the pluses. Yeah.
I've got a question. How much would you sell me one of those working Xbox 360s?
Do you actually need one?
Yes.
Well, I paid £100 for it, so I'm gonna need at least.
Yeah, £100. Yeah,
I gotta make my money back.
And shipping, and
it depends what you need. Like, do you need one? I need
one that works.
You need it for digital, or do you need it for disc?
Disc. I was still a disc boy back then.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, this one's in pretty good condition, Despawn. I can't lie. This is one of the newer Xbox 360s. You know, like this one.
Honestly, Fix. It looks like it came right out that box. Like, honestly, I think that's premium price one.
Premium. This is one of the. So this is actually the non-matte finish one. This is the non-shiny one. So this one would go at. We'll talk offline, but this one would be pretty expensive. I have to lie. I can't lie to you.
Fix might have to reach out to a specialist to like really get a good price.
I'll get it graded. Yeah, you're gonna get your Xbox graded.
It's like the pawn shop guy.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
Yeah, but I do have this one, which is like the shiny material, which I don't like as much.
Oh yeah, fingerprints. You don't want that. No.
Yeah, but this one
just looks cheaper.
This one's been in the wars. It's been in the wars. It's been in the wars. I mean, my people can reach out to your people, Despawn. We can figure
something out. If you get in touch with my my finance analyst, and we'll crunch some numbers.
We'll crunch the numbers. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll talk stocks and shares. And we'll get into that.
Not only that, like I said, I was on Facebook Marketplace and I picked up a load of stuff. So if you can see stuff in my background in the video this week, that is what all that is. But this is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast, right here on youtube.com/MXAM official @ My Xbox and Me still. You can find us everywhere. MXAM official. Support us financially. Patreon.com/MC Fixer. Another reminder this week for MC Fixer supporters. On the 28th, we are doing our movie night / Jackbox night. Come over to the MC Fixer Discord if you're not already in there. We're going to be hanging out, playing games, all that good stuff. And we're going to be watching the film Borderlands. So that should be a really good giggle. I mean, that's why we're watching it. We always watch bad films. Yeah. So looking forward to jumping in, watching it together. Lots of people haven't seen it, so it should be a good time. Boys, topic of the show this week. A little Vijima game came out. You may have heard of it. It's called Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let's get into the news for it all, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts, because we've heard my thoughts. My and Despawn's review discussion is out on the YouTube channel right now. Go check it out if you haven't already. But Assassin's Creed Shadows has hit 2 million players in 2 days after release. Ubisoft now says that it has surpassed Origins and Odyssey's launch, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, the game came out 2 days ago. It's hit 2 million players. There's a lot going on right now with this. To be honest with you, with just that conversation alone has got the internet fired up. Number one, people are bringing up the Steam numbers. So right now, it can currently hit 60,000 concurrents on Steam, where Odyssey's is the highest game to ever launch on Steam, which was 62,000 and 69. For those wondering, Origins did 41,551. And yeah, the internet's kind of still fighting with each other as it comes to all things Assassin's Creed Shadows. Before we get into opinions and things of that nature, Despawn, how would you feel like the reception has been out there to Assassin's Creed Shadows, just from what you've seen on the internet and things of that nature?
Avoiding the bad faith actors, like, it seems like it's been pretty damn good. Like, people there's a lot of lapsed players I've seen popping up saying like, this is the first one I played for a while and I'm having a ton of fun with it. Like, I know a lot of people dropped off of after Valhalla thinking like that wasn't the greatest. And that this feels like a bit of a return to form, because it does feel like it has a lot more stealth action in there. And yeah, no, like, I feel like so far the reception's been pretty good for this game.
Crash, I know you've not been on the internet too much as you've been sick and stuff like that, but from what you have seen, the little you have seen, how you see it, what's going on your timelines. But that's kind of the important thing here, right? Like, all of us have such different timelines now because of the way the algorithm works and different platforms. Yeah. So I'm interested to just hear what the internet's saying on your internet.
If I'm gonna be completely honest, aside from you two, I don't think I've really seen a whole lot of Assassin's Creed Shadows talk.
Huh. My timeline's full of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of it. I've seen a couple, like, I I've seen a couple of like guides for Assassin's Creed Shadow pop up, but not a whole lot of opinion pieces for it.
Okay.
In my timeline, for whatever reason, Assassin's Creed Shadow's opinion pieces have been like avoiding me for whatever. I don't know why.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, to go back to the Steam numbers talk, like, why is this the new thing that the internet thinks is like the be all and end all of all things to ever exist? And I don't get it. Like, I'm confused because Ubisoft had their own launcher where you could have
Yeah.
played the game early. Ubisoft also has Epic Game Store. They also have the Xbox Store. They also have the PlayStation Store. Since when did just Steam matter?
I think it's because it's one of the more easily accessible figures. Like it's openly accessible, so it's easy. It's a quick benchmark of like we can just see it straight away. SteamDB is there. Like, granted, we don't know like how accurate SteamDB is, but for all intents and purposes, it's pretty damn accurate. So yeah, I think because they don't release your UbiConnect figures, they don't release your Xbox and your PlayStation figures and Epic Store and all that. They don't release those figures unless it is a milestone or they do want to shout about it. Whereas like, yeah, Steam is just there for everyone to see.
Yeah, there was I feel like over the past, I want to say it started in like the PS4, Xbox One generation, where you started getting certain websites posting the current users for games, and we're updating it with weekly updates of like, oh, they dropped this many games, and sort of getting easy click pieces for articles, and sort of that sort of snowballed into what we get today of people just quoting those numbers without actually like thinking about how significant those numbers are for that game and whether it's good or bad for that game. They just sort of generalize it in a lot of ways of 60,000 for Assassin's Creed is 60,000 for every other game, even if it only launched on Steam, or even if it's a smaller game, or whatever the case is. They view all numbers the same instead of thinking it through a little bit, which I guess people do in general a lot, especially as of late.
Yeah, the internet just it's been an interesting time, I'll be honest with you, since the review's gone out. I've been called lots of things on the internet since then, which is a shame, but to be expected, I guess. Yeah, so it's an interesting one from that point of view. 2 million. Is that good? Is that bad? Where do we feel like that sits? Like when it comes to these numbers, Despawn? Do you think Ubisoft's sitting there happy with 2 million at this point? 2 million 2 days seems good to me, but I don't know.
I mean, it's a good start, right? Like 2 million players. That's like, if you do the figures, that's like 120 million pounds for a £60 game. I could do maths.
I think.
But you've also got your 30% cut off and all that lot. Yeah. But still,
not even just that. I was going to say this, but then think about how many. This has definitely been not even just that. Like I was going to say, like think about how many people got sent codes, because I think this has been one of the me, Crash. I think this has been one of the more. The way Ubisoft as a whole, I saw an article come out about this, so I guess we can talk about it. The way Ubisoft did their review process altogether was very interesting. So the review process started off with you could play the game via GeForce Now. And you could play the game early via that, because I guess they've got a partnership with GeForce Now or whatever it may be. So that's actually how I played the first 10 to 15 hours of this game, which is, we'll get into it, I'm sure, which is why I've come around on the idea of Matt's streaming games.
Future, yeah.
Because generally, don't get me wrong, it's night and day difference when you go to native, but it was surfaceable enough that I was like, this game doesn't look terrible. Interestingly though, on my laptop downstairs, plugged into the Ethernet, looked worse than when I was upstairs on my PC, which was weird considering it should have all been streaming at the same graphical fidelity and things like that, because it's not my actual system.
The screen, your laptop screen, do you know what the resolution is?
I think it's still 4K, like my one that's upstairs, but it could have been something like that. But yeah, it was just interesting. It was interesting. Yeah, just a quick one. Obviously, number one, I currently work for Ubisoft as a host/streamer. I am on contract base, hence why I felt comfortable enough to do our review for the MXAM. Yeah, obviously, I've had a lot of hate through all that. So what did I do? I decided to double down, and I bought shares in Ubisoft this week. So I will no longer be giving my opinion. Or no, that's not even true. I will still give my opinion on things because I can. I've never not been able to. That's never been something I've not been able to. But even more so now, take what I say with a pinch of salt, because I own shares in a company that I bought on my Trading 212 account. Now, could that change next week? Yes, it could. But as of right now, that is the information that I'm giving people so they can understand and know where I'm coming from. And again, I literally only did it yesterday, where I was just like, or Friday actually, where I was just like, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm doing this. So as long as I'm upfront, honest about those sorts of things, I think it should be no problem. Take what I say with a pinch of salt when it comes to things of that nature. If you don't trust me, it can still be negative. I'm still allowed to be negative. I gave Assassin's Creed Shadows a 9 because I believe it's a 9. Simple as. Talking about 9s and the game itself, Crash, we'll start with you. How are you feeling about Assassin's Creed Shadows?
I'm okay on it. I like it. I'm not super. The opening was a lot stronger, and then I feel like it takes a bit of a dip, and I don't know if it picks up again. And that's just from the narrative perspective. I feel like the story gets a little hit or miss sometimes. I do like the feeling of stealth in a lot of aspects when you are traversing around the place. I think just being able to go prone adds so much, and rolling from bush to bush just feels good and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of the stealth mechanics they added here reinvigorated that aspect of the game for me. I still do think that it could use some improvements, but I think for a baseline of where I'm a lot more hopeful for Assassin's Creed's future as far as stealth goes, where it was kind of, I don't want to say non-existent, but it was really secondary to everything else the game did for like the past 2 or 3 games other than Mirage, I feel like. And so I think
Did you
there was
play
a big
Mirage?
step up in that. Yeah, I did play with Mirage.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't remember if you did or not.
I think this one's a big step up in that direction. Combat is probably my biggest gripe. I think it's just kind of weightless for me. I do like the ability system. I like the different weapons. I think that's cool. I just don't think there's enough with them for me so far. I'm pretty early on though, so that could change the deeper I get. I like the equipment system, the stats you can get through them. Those seem interesting. To play around with them and see how different you can make yourself when you have those fully equipped as well will be very interesting to see.
How many hours in are you roughly?
I'm somewhere from like 6 to 10. I'm not entirely sure. I'm like in that range.
So yeah. So again, off camera, you'd ask me how the game is. I didn't say too much, but it was always a thumbs up or a thumbs down, right? And I think my first 10 hours for you, not so much for me, but for you, I was very much like, I'm not sure, buddy. I'm not sure. I feel like you're at that point where I was like, oh, I'm not sure if you're gonna like this, but you're gonna get over the hill and like it from there on forward. Personally,
Okay.
I just think the mastery system and the knowledge rank system is so good.
I think that's a brilliant change. I really like how that works. I feel I've always complained about the need to level up for new areas. It's been something I've talked about with the Assassin's Creed. I think since Origins.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I've been talking about it. I feel like the way this is, it incentivizes you to explore more, and it makes those side objectives more worth doing. Where I feel like in past Assassin's Creeds, you just kind of did them 4 levels, but they're also like flashbacks to the past, which are a really cool thing for the most part. I think some of the flashbacks are kind of whatever, but then some of them are also like very, very interesting.
I see. I loved them all. I loved all the flashback stuff.
The last one I did was, they took over a watchtower, go to watchtower. And it was just, it was pretty boring. I was like, it felt very out of pace compared to what was happening, where I would rather they jumped past that or they figured out a better way. Whatever.
I get you.
About that another time.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I think overall, the map itself is also better. I like unlocking, what are they called? The waypoints, the
viewpoints, and then observing.
Yeah, I like that they don't fully unlock the map and you only see where you went. Yep. They'll like tell you where the question marks are. I really like that change because it helps me track better of like, I haven't been there. And so I don't feel the need to fully explore an area as much. It's like I know I have to go back there and I'll have more stuff. I think overall a lot of the smaller stuff they've done a lot better in this game compared to past games as far as the open world formula works for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I think as you get deeper, you're gonna enjoy the combat system a little bit more. My thing was be with you is like make sure you use the variety of your weapon arsenal. So are you playing as Yusuke yet?
No, I still haven't unlocked Yasuke.
Okay, so you're
Yeah,
okay.
That's why I'm saying like I'm not like set in stone on any of none of my opinions that I've talked about are super set in stone. Just my experience so far.
I got you. Cool. Yeah. Anyway, I'll Despawn, talk to me. How many hours in are you?
I don't know. I could tell you like I've killed 3 now of the major enemies. That includes the one that it forces you to kill, like just to get the like at the beginning. So like
probably about 10 hours then.
Yeah, about that. Kind of echo everything Kresh says, except for like while the combat itself when you're hacking and slashing away doesn't feel that weighty. I found the way that I play it is I'm very much like leaning into the locking onto a person and using the parry system more.
Yes.
And I feel that I don't know if that's the way you're playing it, Kresh, and that doesn't click with you, but yeah.
That is how I'm playing it.
Okay.
I think I have a problem with that system as well. Because when you're playing against multiple enemies, if you parry somebody who you're not locked onto, and then you try and do a counterattack on them or one of like charge attacks, it won't auto switch them. You're still locked to the person. You have to change the camera to them.
Yeah, you flick the stick.
That's a little, but it's a little finicky. It's not as fluid as I would want.
Okay.
For me personally.
Okay.
I don't hold that like super against the game. It's just not. It doesn't feel great.
Yeah. I get that, but yeah, I think like playing it that way is the best way to play it. Like I know you could run in and just like start hacking and slashing at everyone and just like try and grind your way through everyone, but the feel of it of just like locking onto a person and like going that one-on-one against someone just feels great to me.
Yeah.
What one-on-one or one-on-two? I think the combat feels a lot better than when you get into a group of like 1v4s. Which, to be fair, I am also only playing now. How do you say her name?
NAoe.
Yeah, NAoe.
I'm also only playing her, and she is more of a stealth-focused character. I don't know if my opinion changes when I switch to Yasuke.
Yusuke. No, you said it. You said it right. You said it in the correct way.
Okay.
They flip between the way it's said in the game. So I've been flipping between the way I say it as well. Certain characters say it a certain way, and I've picked up on it on 2 different ways. You said it right. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that
so?
Just a question: is that it is got multiple pronunciations, or is just some of the voice actors getting it wrong?
No, I don't think it. I think it's depends on where the characters are from.
Okay, so you got Portuguese,
Portuguese. The Portuguese say it a certain type of way. The Japanese say it a certain type of way. I think it's that.
I do want to say like the focus on some of the details like that I've seen so far and just a little bit I've played is very, very impressive.
Yeah. I did the side mission just to say like talking about on the representation side of it all. Like I did the side mission for the tea ceremony, and that like I want to go to a tea ceremony now, and I feel like I'll nail it. Like they do such a good job of explaining like how to and like things work. It's such a fantastic job.
I literally said that I feel like this game does such a good job of like teaching. As much as it's a video game and things of that nature, but teaching you the intricacies of certain details about Japan, this game does such a good job. Even things that you may not have noticed, like NAoe will bow only to people that she respects in certain ways. In other ways, she'll just nod. And her eye contact with certain people, she will stare at them and then look away. And things like the attention to detail in this game is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think that I was saying to you guys beforehand as well, like it reminds me of the question mark system reminds me of The Witcher, right? And I always feel rewarded when I go and do wherever I'm going to, whether it's to go pray at a temple or do the other activities that are in the game. I'm always being like, okay, cool. The story for me, I really enjoyed, but maybe I think it resonated with me, especially Yasuke's story, resonated with me on a much deeper level than it will most people. But yeah, man, yeah. It's good to hear. It's good to hear you guys are enjoying it so far, though.
I'd be
And yeah,
interested to see how I feel comparing it to like the rest of the series by the end. Because right now, like combat wise, I think it's like one of my favorites. And yeah, story wise, I feel like it could be up there. Like my benchmark is Odyssey, so anything like if it gets in those regions, I'm happy. And I think like it's got the potential to do that for me.
I think it's my second favorite Assassin's Creed game ever, with Origins being number one.
Yeah.
So I think this has eclipsed Assassin's Creed 2 for me.
Okay,
I just think it's well like the world exploration for me is where I'm like, cool. Like I love it. I love walking around this world. I love riding around this world. I love bumping into people. I love it having that. It's not as deep as like a Red Dead per se, but I love that moment of like riding past somewhere and someone's getting bullied or beat up or something, and then you stop and you go up there and then you kill him, and then he's like, "Oh, let me give you something." I know that it's that system. I wish was a little bit deeper, because it is either. Have you guys done any of these at all?
Yeah, you either get scout intel or like world info. Yeah.
Which again, I like it because the scout stuff is so important to this game, so it makes sense. But I wish there was a little bit more payoff, a little bit more than just that. But I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I think from my experience, at least with Assassin's Creed in the past, they tend to like Assassin's Creed has a somewhat of an issue that a lot of long-running games have. And because I think this game has a lot of like starting points for really cool mechanics if they continue to implement them in future games. But if you look at like Pokemon, World of Warcraft, any sort of long-running game, what they end up doing is they'll feature creep stuff into certain iterations, and by the next game, it's completely gone and replaced with a brand new gimmick. So I kind of hope with Shadows is there's a lot of really cool stuff in the game. And I like it so far, but it can be improved, and hopefully with whatever the next game is, those systems end up getting touched up on and improved instead of being like, we need completely new selling points, which I feel like is the reason a lot of that happens with a lot of those companies. Hopefully with whatever comes next, it gets improved. But so far with this, I think even those starting points are good enough for me with this game.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just so happy I can talk about it finally. Like there's so many moments in that game that I'm just like, oh, when it happens, like you guys haven't got there yet, but when you get there, I think you're gonna enjoy it a little bit more, especially you, Crush, being the Assassin's Creed fan that you are, and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm happy for you. Outside of me owning stock, and obviously working for Ubi, I'm actually really happy for Ubi as a whole. That team, can you imagine and again, I know a couple people on that team, but can you imagine the weight that was on their shoulders for this game?
Oh, for sure,
this game had to hit, and it's even got Asmongold playing it and going, oh, yeah, it is actually pretty good. And then like when you've even got like the internet is just hate. I don't understand that in there hating for just hating's sake. It really confuses me. Yeah, no, you're right. These rubbing these fingers together. Yeah, rage baiting is what gets money nowadays. So
the people at the head, sure, but the people who feed into it, they're not getting no money out of it.
No, but they think the big boys will see them and love them and it'll be great and they'll be best friends. Well, yeah. I'm with you though. I'm gonna say like I'm with you. Like all jokes aside, like I know obviously I got the code for free from Fix through helping out on Ubisoft channels and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been a long time fan of Ubisoft, like from the early days. So yeah, to see like this culmination of this game get to where it is now, like I'm so happy for the team who put this together. I think they did a fantastic job. All the haters can suck it. Like the game's good. Like there's no two ways about it. It is a good game. Like
one thing we didn't mention, the game is also very gorgeous. It is a very, very fucking pretty game.
Yeah,
the lighting in it, the season changes, all that stuff's really, really pretty.
The season changes is breathtaking because if you actually sit there and just let your character stand there, you'll see the game move through the changes. But it's not like you see the snow melt and like you see the sunrise. You see like all this different. Yeah, it's just like, oh man, I love it.
Small details. a little bit off tangent with that, but if you kill somebody and they're a pool of blood, if you walk in it, you'll have a few steps of blood on your shoes. And I was like, that's not something that's really like a tangible thing of like, oh, that's an improvement. That's just a cool thing to see, you know?
100%.
I think the thing for me is like it's the lighting has a tangible effect on the gameplay as well is what's fantastic. Like there was a specific moment where I was being chased. I went up into a room where there was a light fixture, broke the light fixture and just hid in the corner. The guy came up and couldn't see me because I was hidden in the shadows. So I assassinated him. And it was just like, if I hadn't taken out that light, he would have seen me and would have had to fight it. It's just like, it's such a fantastic, like, they've got such great mechanics in the game that just feed into the gameplay. Yeah, they've done such a fantastic job. And I use that term.
Just wait until you get to, I think they've done an amazing job.
Yeah, so I've seen, like, obviously I've seen a ton of Yasuke stuff because I did the review for, I did the review discussion for us, but I also did the review for PC Gamer, or the editing, sorry, I should say. And yeah, so I am so excited to start booting people left, right, and center. I cannot wait to play as Yasuke. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I am so like that. The opening moment when you first run through that door right at the beginning of the game, and it just splinters. And then there's just like a group of people just step back in shock. Yeah. It's like, man, I cannot wait to do that like on a regular basis and just start like tanking my way through an entire squad of people.
Yeah, I can keep talking about this game for so long. I mean, seriously, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Let's move into what's been in our box though, guys. Crash, what have you been playing outside of Assassin's Creed?
Outside of Assassin's Creed, I've played more R.E.P.O, which I talked about last week. I want to say not much more to add other than I really, 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 really like this game. And I'm going to drag all the boys to do my Xbox and me stream for it. Whether they kick Scream or otherwise.
It is installed and ready to go.
Don't make a face fix.
I'm not.
I'm making you play a game with me. I'm making you play a game with me. Otherwise, you're not going to play a game with me.
Does it run on the Xbox 360?
You could use it as a paperweight or something. Sure.
Can't play, unfortunately. I would, but
it's not on the 360.
I've got 5 360s. I bought that today at a boot sale.
Did you really?
Yeah.
We should play Splinter Cell Conviction.
No.
I've played more Monster Hunter Wilds. So last week I said I beat the story. Didn't beat the story. I beat the main story, but then there's like a prologue narrative that you don't need to do, but as you level up, it'll unlock some side quests and stuff like that. Just wanted to add that. Wilds continues to be very, very fun. I played some Warframe. Warframe came out with a brand new update that was pretty beefy. Warframe has officially replaced Destiny for me, where whenever I wanted a game that I could just turn off my brain and play, I've been loading up Warframe since the 1999 update, and I've continued to enjoy that a lot. This latest update seems to be a lot of fun from what I've played. They've added a lot of new stuff to it.
Do I need to jump into Warframe? I've avoided it for this long.
No, because you like playing a lot of different games. Warframe's a game that if you want to like just have a game to be able to dump hours into, you play too many games.
I do. I really do. You'll see when I get to what I'm playing.
Warframe to you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay.
Speaking of, where's the Split Fiction stream? You two?
Huh?
What? Split Fiction.
I've been sick. I can't,
Yeah, Chris been sick. Yeah. And I promised to play it with Mrs. Despawn.
Wow.
I mean, I could play it with you instead. She's only my wife.
If you promised her, you promised her.
Your wife that's pregnant, you're going to tell her no. Shit, good luck with that, buddy.
I mean, I put a baby in her now. My job's done. Like,
okay,
You're like, I never have to do anything for her.
I know, yeah, that's it. I'm done. Like, maybe do like whatever weird craving order she has. Like, I'll do a shop for that, but that's about it.
That's it. Fair enough.
Her current weird craving, we're talking about it right at the beginning. Like, her new craving is Nando's peri peri garlic sauce.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like she puts on everything. It's interesting.
I mean, it's good. It's good. But
yeah.
It's not about everything, It's good for.
Well, she's not putting on I'm saying she's not putting on a cereal and everything, but like,
sandwich, like just out here, like ham and cheese sandwich, and she's like, "Yep, I'll take mad."
Yep. Cheese on toast. Little dollop of that on there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Decent. What have you been playing?
Shadows, the thing I can't talk about until next week, but I'm very excited to talk about it. And weirdly, I was looking for a game just to, just come off the back of Pirate Yakuza. I needed something like just to reset the mind a little bit. So I reinstalled Cult of the Lamb on my Steam Deck. I've been really enjoying Cult of the Lamb.
It's a good game.
It's a great game.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game.
It's just, a little hack and slash, dungeon crawling kind of fun. I think, why not?
I mean, because you've got Assassin's Creed to play, and it's better in every way, shape, and form.
But Assassin's Creed doesn't run on the Steam Deck, and I need something to play in bed.
Well, I mean, sounds like a you problem, buddy. Well, no, because you've got a Ubisoft.
I got Ubi Connect, yeah.
Yeah.
I've not even.
Makes sense.
I don't think I'll be able to play it on that. Like, I don't know. It'll work on Linux.
What about how does GeForce Now work? Is there not a GeForce Now app on Steam Deck?
Possibly. It's just a browser, right? It's running the same way as Game Pass.
I've got an app.
Ubisoft
I downloaded
games
the app.
not...
Yes, they run through GeForce.
Yeah, so you'd be able to do that through the.
But then
how does the free
sign up for GeForce?
How does wasn't there a free account?
Service, yeah.
No, they gave me an unlimited account for a month, so.
I'm going to look this up because I actually want to know. Because if I could just play Assassin's Creed in bed, game over, man. I mean, I'm not doing this podcast anymore. I'm Assassin's Creed maining from bed.
Honestly, I don't even blame you. 9 out of 10 game.
T-Spawn's going to come and sit down to do the podcast, and he's going to be looking down at his Steam Deck the whole time.
The fact that I've had to leave it in the room charging, I'm just like, oh, this is unacceptable.
Unacceptable. How dare you?
Like, yeah. Look, behind the curtain, I was late because I was playing on the Steam Deck.
Interesting. We're becoming like Crash, are we?
Whoa.
What?
I take offense to that. I take major offense to that.
I'm glad you take offense to it because I'm spitting facts.
Spitting facts?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No. It might be true, but no.
No. All right. Oh, crap. Guys, I closed the show notes.
Oh, no. Whatever will you do?
It's okay. I'm a professional. I'm going to vamp right now by saying, and here's a word from our sponsors. Ever wanted to support us financially? Head over to patreon.com/mcfixer, where you can support us financially and make great content come to life. And we're back to our regular programming. Let's get into this week's dashboard. First news story. Microsoft published and pulled down an Xbox UI mockup featuring a tab for Steam games. So boys, this is all come out the last week. This was all taken from The Verge, if I'm not mistaken. But we're reading from IGN's article. Microsoft has leaked what appears to be an in-development Xbox UI update that allows players to see all of their PC games they've installed through Steam and the Epic Store and more. The company prematurely pulled back the curtain on what could eventually be a feature for the players to take advantage of in a recent blog post titled "Opening a Billion Doors with Xbox." As spotted by The Verge, the post includes a seemingly inconclusive image of Xbox Series X/S consoles alongside phone, tablets, TV screens, and more. Closer inspection, however, reveals that some of the devices' screens highlight a small tab labeled Steam. Boys, you ready to play your Steam games on your next Xbox console?
Possibly.
Not a thing.
You don't think it's a thing?
It says Steam, Crash.
Just because it says Steam doesn't mean you're going to be able to play your games on Steam. And also, can you guarantee that's an Xbox?
Crash.
Yeah.
It says Steam.
Oh, it says Steam. Like it spells it out. I'm getting the next Xbox. My bad.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad
I
you
misunderstood. That's
okay, good.
Yeah. Good. I had that twisted. That's my bad.
Thank you. And the fact you said so the way they're doing it in this image, the opening a billion doors with Xbox thing is like the TVs, the Xbox Series consoles then they have the exact same image on the ROG, then they have the exact same image on the laptop, then they have the exact same image on the phone, then they have the exact same image on the tablet. So, you know, Steam coming to
everywhere.
Xbox.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, okay,
maybe.
let's go with it. Okay, let's go with the thought process that this is happening and Steam games are going to be able to run on your next Xbox device, whether it be handheld or piece or console. How do you feel about that?
I think that's huge if the cloud save function from Steam can work on your Xbox, vice versa. If it can't work that way, then it's kind of irrelevant.
Well, Ubi already has that working. Like, that's the one thing I will say, to
But-
go back to, not to give Ubi too much credit, like whatever, but the fact that I can literally transition from my PC to my Xbox to Haley's Xbox to, you know, to everything when I'm playing Ubi games is huge. So that doesn't seem like it should be that hard to do.
I think the problem with it would be how the save functions on an Xbox versus how it functions on Steam. This is all cloud. It's two different clouds of where that save's being saved, if that makes sense. It's not a
But how-
local save.
How do
Yeah.
they do it then with Ubi though? Because that's cloud
Because
as well.
that's
in
Ubi,
game.
but it's Ubi. Because it's Ubi, you connect to your Ubi account and Ubi saves the cloud. Ubi
Mhm.
saves, it's a Ubi save. Ubi has their own
So-
cloud.
Got you. So
Yeah.
okay.
Steam
I
cloud,
understand.
Xbox cloud. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But what I
understand.
would
Which is
say to that
doable, I
is,
just-
yeah, I would say that is if they're going to make it give you the ability to run Steam on your Xbox, then Steam's functionality should be there already. So like Steam
It should
Cloud
be.
save should be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who comes out on top for this move? Because
Gamers.
to me, this seems like a weird, but to me, this seems like a weird thing for Steam to want to allow. If I'm honest, but maybe I'm wrong.
It
I mean-
depends. So
Go on.
it would be, I think it would be a good move for Steam. It depends, because how do the cuts for games work on a game that you buy for Steam? Let's say you buy a game on Xbox, but you want it on Steam. Can you go into the Steam store on your Xbox and buy it through there so that you can play it on Steam later? And then how does that
Interesting.
cut work? Is it 30 for Xbox, 30 for Steam, and then the company gets even less?
No
Or
way.
how's that function? I know, yeah, but like, what is the divvying up of it
So,
that way? I think
the
that's
way-
the weird part.
The way that I see it, and this is if Xbox play ball with everyone, is that you won't be able to buy games from other platforms on there, but they will be able to run. And the idea is obviously people will pick up an Xbox because it can play Steam games, it can play GOG games, it can play your Epic games, it can play everything. But while you're in that ecosystem already, it's like, well, I need to come out of the ecosystem to pick it up on Steam, or I could just buy it on Xbox because it's already in there. So I could play my existing games I could play my existing Steam games, but if I want a new game, like I could pick it up on Steam and it'd probably be a little bit cheaper, but I'd have to go pick it up on my phone, or I'd have to go log on a laptop or something. But while I'm already on the Xbox and I want to play it, I'll just buy it in the Xbox store instead.
I think the only way that logic works is if you can then play your Xbox game on Steam, and I don't think Steam would want that.
No chance. That's not happening.
No.
Yeah.
But that's the idea.
This is
The
a
idea-
one-way. This
this is gonna be a one-way system, yeah.
This is not.
Yeah.
This is Xbox going, you can play your games from other platforms here, but when you're here, you can only play it. Yeah, you can't play our games elsewhere. So if you pick up our games, you might as well stay here and play them.
Yeah, that just makes me think that it's the PC app. They're going to let you launch Steam games through the PC app, which you can already launch other. I don't know if you can still do it on Steam. I assume you still can add the games to your library, other
It's how I
from
play Game
other
Pass.
launchers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Onto Steam and then launch it through there. So it seems like they're going to have a more focused version of that on Xbox, on the Xbox app. But I don't think it'll be a console feature. We do have a question for this, if I'm not mistaken, from Origin.
Read it out then,
Man, I
please.
believe.
Go for it.
Let's see.
I got you.
I didn't check the questions there. I'm
That's fine.
sorry.
I got you. From Origin Cookerman. In a world where separate game service libraries, example Steam, Epic, Itch, Xbox Marketplace, could be unified under a single console interface for the first time, what kind of impact could this have on the broader gaming industry?
I don't think it's going to be as big as what people are going to make it out. I think it's going to be a convenient thing, I think it'll be very convenient, and it will probably get me to buy the next Xbox more than I would have, to just be able to, if it's a case of like, okay, I bought, I don't know, PUBG 4, PUBG 2 comes out and it's PC only on Steam, right? But I want to play it still on my Xbox, and you can Steam, even if it's just stream it through it like that or something like that. It's a convenience thing. I don't think it's going to be groundbreaking the way some people have made this out to be. Honestly, maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I just don't think. I just don't think so.
I think it gives Xbox a bigger foothold in the console market if they do this.
Agreed.
I think the problem is people who play games on their Steam account and their Epic Game Store, how many of them still want to actively play games on a console? And I don't think that is a very large amount of people. I think you can get people with something like this, with like a Series S or even a Series X, where they'll buy one and they'll have it in their other room. But I don't think it necessarily like incentivizes people to buy more Xbox games, which we know with consoles, the way profit for console works, it's software more heavy than it is hardware.
What about the fact that they can then sell them a handheld console, which we know now is coming, as well as where it's a case of, hey, our handheld is better than the Steam Deck, let's say hypothetically, right? You can play your Steam games still on this, but you can also play our games that you have via Game Pass and I get what you're saying. I feel like to me it feels like a starter to my entree, or a dessert to my dinner. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like I'm already in the ecosystem, but you already know I'm flirting with other people. How do I keep you here still in some way, shape, or form? Because to me, if this new device can do what I just said, and I can bang one sounds crazy, and I can put one in the bedroom and still be able to get the utilization of my Steam games and my Epic games and all that, that is a device worth buying. Shut up, Despawn.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of the phrase "bang one in the bedroom."
One in my bedroom, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's a huge move, but I think it's a big enough move for Xbox. It gets people still interested in their ecosystem. It gets people who might not be as super interested, like you mentioned, the handheld version, to be interested in it as well. Especially if this all happens, the one thing Xbox has to make sure to do is the UI and the system to use is clean and easy to operate. I think that is the biggest thing. Because as far as this PC app goes, it's very difficult to compete with Steam, and not because Steam is super innovative, because Steam is so basic to use. Steam is not complex. Steam doesn't try giving you a million different tabs. It's, here are your games, here's the store. We're not going to overwhelm you. We'll give you a little pop-up when you launch it of some games on sale, and that's about it, and then you can go on your way. Comparatively to the Xbox app, the way it is right now is already a lot more complex. Well, not a lot more complex, but more complex and a little more convoluted than the way Steam functions. And Xbox also works as the Game Pass app and all this. It has a lot more going on in it as well, but it isn't as easy to plug and play, for lack of a better term, as the Steam app, I feel.
Is that more familiarity? Right. No, like, because I don't really feel like I have a lot of trouble with the Xbox app, but I feel like I'm more familiar with the Steam app.
You're not wrong, but even if you're not wrong, but the problem is you want to get people to use the app more is the thing. So it's not just, it is a comparative thing. It is directly like, how familiar are you with the Steam app? Can the Xbox app be as easy of a simple process?
Yeah.
And is it easy to transfer from one to the other? And with mobile, like, I think the handheld form is like the really big one. If they can nail that, because people have talked about like the Steam Deck, like getting Game Pass on it and all this other stuff, you have to, I'm going to say jailbreak. I don't think you jailbreak it, but you do whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. So just to, like, going into what you were saying earlier about adding non-Steam games on there, you have to basically add a browser and then custom set up that browser to work at a certain dimension and recognize your gamepad and all this kind of stuff. It's a few steps.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's not great. Once it's working, it works fine, but like, getting it to that point is, it's great.
So if they can get stuff like that to function better, I think that puts them in a pretty good spot to maybe step into like PC territory and things like that as well, in my opinion.
Well, this is it. Like, we're talking about Xbox, well, Microsoft, I guess, at this point, the masters of the PC master race. Like, if anyone can nail how something runs on a PC, you'd hope it's them. I said you hope, not it will. I said you hope.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not. No, you're not wrong.
And the thing is,
Definitely
like, the talk is obviously with the handheld specifically, and obviously wider from there. But they're talking about working with OEM, so other companies who know how to build the hardware in that space, like using Xbox's specifications, like hopefully we can get to a point where it just runs great.
What you're thinking, my friend.
Yeah, and the question is, like, obviously going back to the leaked, or as I say, leaked, it's not really leaked, they posted it, the redacted now screenshots. Do we think when you click on that, like the Steam button, does it open up a Xbox UI with access to Steam library, or does it just open up the Steam library natively? Like, how do we feel that
think
works?
it shows you. I think it'll show you like whatever the Xbox so if you go into the Game Pass app right now, where it shows you like, it's a PC Game Pass or whatever, like the little icons they have, I think there'll be a Steam icon. Mm-hmm. These are the games you have on Steam right now, whatever. Maybe it'll show you the ones you have installed and not the ones you don't, or it'll show you both installed and uninstalled, and then you can launch it from there, and then it opens up Steam and then launches the game through that. Would be my guess on how that functions, but who really knows?
No, I think you're right. I think it's a case of, yeah, you're going to click that button, then it's going to show your library of Steam games, and then it's going to be the whole process of like what can actually run on this thing and stuff like that. But
yeah,
you would hope everything. I don't know. I mean, I'm interested and I'm excited by the idea of it. And we're getting so close to, the gaming on the go that I want, which is like Steam Deck still can't do it. It still hasn't. I'm still not there yet, but we're close. We're so close.
The one final takeaway from this is, if this is all real and everything is going to be as is, this is how we get Helldivers on an Xbox console?
Well, that was going to be my next question, which is, how do you think PlayStation are feeling right now if this is Xbox's big plan? And not only that, do we then assume that PlayStation have something similar being built, right? You got to imagine so. This isn't a Xbox only thing. Like, we've seen PlayStation move more to PC as of lately. Lots of quotes coming out from PlayStation executives about how they need to be on PC because that's where the players are and things of that nature. PlayStation probably working on something similar, you would assume, right?
I don't know. Like, the way that PlayStation generally move at the moment, they still treat the PS5 and the PlayStation ecosystem as the priority. Like, do you think they would want to muddy that water?
Yes, when it's profitable. I think the thing is right now, it's like they're actively muddying the water. They're just acting as if they're not.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's like the perception they're putting on to not anger the fan base who would irrelevantly be angry about them doing it. They say things to like sort of quell that, like, oh yeah, we're PlayStation first all the time. It'll be later, way later that it comes out, and then you see it's like, oh, 6 months later. That's not as long as it used to be. There's still that. There's a dissonance between what they do and what they say, and I think a lot of that is to appease to some of the more aggressive gaming fans, like, because Xbox got a lot of over the years for stuff that they've done, and then you similarly see some aggression towards PlayStation, but I think PlayStation's messaging with that also has been very held back in a lot of regards. They also just don't speak as much. Xbox's issue with it as well was Xbox tends to talk a lot and communicate a lot more, and they do give they gave the same sort of messaging as PlayStation. I think they just did it a lot more often, which ended up pissing off people, I think, a lot more often as well.
Sorry, I was just doing some investigative journalism. I just wondered, because the latest one that's coming out on PC for PlayStation is Last of Us Part 2 Remastered.
Yeah.
So just looking when that originally was, like 19th of January. So that's over a year now. I'm just trying to think, like, I'm just like you saying, like 6 months and that kind of stuff. Like, trying to think what the last one that was like.
We haven't got to 6 months yet. I think that was an example. We haven't got there yet. Yeah, but yeah, I think eventually you're going to see it come to 6 months, and then we'll see what happens with Indiana Jones and stuff like that, right? That's all coming to PlayStation real soon. Forza as
Yeah.
well. It's like those walls and dominoes have fallen. It feels like. So yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Story number 2. Xbox joins the partners across the industry to unveil accessibility game initiative. Despawn, I'm assuming you have more information on this and you know a lot more about it.
Yeah.
Talk to me. You're well connected in these things. Chat to me.
Don't know if I'm well connected, but it's something I do like to pay attention to every now and again. Basically, this is, so Xbox have joined a variety of other companies, some major hitters, so Sony, PlayStation, Nintendo, Ubisoft, among others, where they are basically going to be standardizing how they display accessibility features within games. So I think it's something that Xbox are doing already on a lot of their games. So in the store, you could see like what kind of functions are there. So they're trying to basically make a industry standard for this now. So whatever store you go on, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Ubisoft, Connect, whatever, there will be these standard tags within those. So you will be able to see like how accessible a game is or isn't, which honestly, fantastic, long overdue. One of the prevailing arguments is like it was a tagline for Xbox for a while of like, if everyone plays, we all win. And I think it's just more. The cynic in me is like, oh yeah, if you can get more people to play games, that's more profits, right? But also, it's just a good opportunity for more people to experience this thing that we love and not be locked out from it and be able to see what they can play at an easier viewpoint.
No, 100%. I think it's funny you said about the cynical part. I saw the cynical part in me was like, oh, interesting that you just announced that new Xbox adaptive joystick controller as well. But yeah, I think, look, you can't be mad at Xbox doing these things. They're making these things for people that need them, which is humongous, obviously. And then this I like the standardization of let's all work together in the same direction, so people who need these accessibility features and information can get them, and it's not confusing because we're messaging it one way and you're messaging another. No, we've all got our own. Well, PlayStation and Xbox definitely have their own controllers at this point now. And I think it's a good thing. Overall, I think it's a good thing. Good on the industry coming together. And you're totally right. It should have happened a long time ago. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Fresh, anything to add on that one, mate?
Not really. I think you guys covered it.
Cool. All right. Story number 3. Minecraft has a brand new update for its vibrant up visuals. I also saw a thing about this. I'm going to add on real here that they come out and said that Minecraft will never be free to play. I don't know if you guys saw this one at all.
Never free to play. And they also said never a Minecraft 2. Because there'll never be a World 2. Something along those lines were their sentiment.
Interesting. Huh? I like the fact that they've come out and said it. Because it stops the rumors, especially about... we'll start on the Minecraft 2, I guess, which is nice. I don't think Minecraft needs a Minecraft 2 ever. No. Like, it's not one of that game just still keeps selling and selling and selling and selling, and people still keep buying it on every platform that they own. I own it on nearly every platform that I own, for some reason. Don't know why. I haven't played Minecraft in years, but
yeah,
I still have it on everything.
I was gonna say, did you get into it before it went all like crossplay though, right?
Yes.
So yeah, if you wanted to play with a certain people, you had to buy it with certain like platforms. Like, I was the same.
Yeah, I was a console baby, mate. 360. I remember when it came out on 360, and my old friend Jack, who's the gamer amongst us, like me included, me and Jack were like the gamer guys. Yeah. And we got me, him, and my friend Mickey, which I talk about on the podcast quite often. And we were playing this game, and I remember Mickey's dad come into the house and was like, "What on earth are you playing? This looks like some kids game of some blah blah blah." Then he ended up going on YouTube and showing his dad a football stadium that someone had built, like, and his dad was an Arsenal fan. So he showed him Arsenal Stadium at a block. And he went, "This game's the best thing I've ever seen in my life." And it was just like, it was so funny to see the instant switch of like, at first things first, you don't get it, and then you do get it, and it's like mad. Minecraft is such a special game, man. Such a special game. have you guys seen this visual update thing they did as well?
I've been watching it in the background. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Like, it's not quite the RTX update that they promised, but it's pretty damn close, I think.
Did the RTX update not come out?
I don't think it got like a standard release. I think you got like a few like curated worlds you could use it in. Like I know there's an RTX mod on PC, but I don't think there was it wasn't an official RTX update.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the lighting and stuff looks really good in this. Like I'll bring it up for everyone on stream to watch. But yeah, it is. Yeah, looking good, man. Looking good. I like it. I'm excited.
I just like the fact they're still working on it. Honestly, is my thing. It's like it's nice to know that they haven't just given in and stopped working on Minecraft and just keep raking in money. They keep doing updates. They keep changing certain things in that world for people that are still in it every single day, which is huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
Crash back to Minecraft.
Yeah, with you, of course. I'll always play Minecraft with you.
You're a liar.
I'll play Minecraft with you.
I mean,
the problem is, after about 5 minutes, you're not going to want to play Minecraft with me.
Yeah, because I hate playing Minecraft with you because you suck.
No,
well, I don't suck. I play the game for fun, man.
So do I.
It's a fun game.
No. You know the mean, rules person? That's who Fix is in Minecraft. He's the mean rules person.
You have to build the house.
Along in this box. Look at the labels, you idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get you. I'm here for the chaos of it all. So, me and Crash are the best time.
It's about the chaos.
Yeah.
Just put your stuff in your boxes and stay out of my box room then. That's all I'm asking.
It's the communal box room.
Boxes.
Let me in your box.
I need to borrow some stuff in your boxes.
Let me in your box.
You can go into my box. Why can't I go into your box? That seems fair. Box for box, bro.
No box for box.
How about if you love sorting stuff into boxes, we just put all stuff in a box and you take stuff out of that box and sort it into different boxes?
I don't love sorting.
You're the box guy. It's fine. We got this. You sorted.
I don't love doing it. I just know
a
I
hat.
have
This is box guy. If that makes
you better. I can do that. I know how to do modded custom skins. We'll get your little
MC
box
Boxer,
guy hat.
Is that change your
MC Box guy?
MC XOB Boxer.
Mm-hmm.
XOB Boxer. Oh my
god!
I hate you.
That's what the B stands for.
It does not. How dare you? Last story this week, you idiots. Split fiction movie adaptation gearing up as Hollywood begins circling. As you all know what this is, Split Fiction's getting itself a film. Excited about this? I know. Well, some of us have touched it a little bit, but how are we feeling about a Split Fiction movie?
I don't.
Despawn rolled eyes. Let Despawn go, please.
Again, the cynic in me is there. Hi, I'm the cynic, Despawn. It's the reverse of the past, right? It's basically where it used to be a case of everyone and their mothers would try to make a video game off the popular film. Now it's just Hollywood's run out of ideas, so let's just take the popular IPs from video games and try and make it into a film.
I think they could do this one pretty easy, though.
I mean, they could, or they could also Borderlands it.
I haven't seen Borderlands yet, so I'll let you know next week.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the Rotten Tomatoes score.
I can fix this. Insert any other movie franchise based off of a video game that isn't Sonic or Mario, and you get the same thing.
Last of Us was good though.
Movie.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? The Resident Evil movies.
Wait, hey! I'm gonna take no slander on Resident Evil because we're getting another reboot for the third time. All right,
fantastic.
We're getting another reboot for the films, and this time they've said it's gonna stay true to the video games. It's not like they haven't said that 3 times already, but I believe them this time, guys. I believe them this time.
Fix. Do we need to have an intervention? You're in an abusive relationship with Hollywood right now. What's going on?
Look, it's just me and my Xbox 360s, and we just want a good Resident Evil film. That's all they want, all right? Is that so bad?
He's going to go to the movies with that 360 right there.
Just hugging it,
in his arms.
I bought 2 copies of Resident Evil 5 today at a boot sale as well.
Why?
So he could have someone to play with the co-op. So he doesn't, you don't have to buy it. It's Here's the copy. You go home and we're playing it.
What do you mean why? I don't understand why you'd say that. What do you mean why?
You played Resident Evil 5. You know why.
How much? How much?
Oh, they were a
Resident
pound
Evil
each.
5 is a fantastic
okay,
game.
that's-
Let's not disrespect Resident Evil 5.
It's
Resident
fine.
Evil 5 is a solid okay.
It's
It's
the
solid,
best
okay.
Resident Evil. It's Resident Evil 2 remake.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Good point. Good point. Resident Evil 6 exists. Good
Sure,
point.
There you go. Yeah. See, now you know.
Moving on.
How do
moving on.
you feel,
Crash-
Fix, about this?
Oh, about no, kind of like you. I don't want to be. I don't. This podcast we've agreed a lot, but I'm kind of similar with you, where I'm like, can we not just leave video games alone for a little while? Do you know what I think my biggest issue is how quickly is this going to come out? Because as much as I love Split Fiction, I love Joseph Ferris, I love all of that. They're gonna need to strike while the iron's hot, otherwise that IP's not gonna hold.
So
It
I can
Takes
answer your
Two
question.
and go on.
there's an It Take Two film in the works. That's how quick it's gonna come around.
So yeah, I just think it's gonna take too long.
Mm-hmm.
What's his face again? What's his name? You just said it, Joseph.
Ferris.
Joseph Ferris.
Joseph Ferris. Didn't he say fuck? He said
The
fuck the
Oscars?
Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say
Yeah.
fuck Hollywood, so I guess that's fair. You know,
Yeah.
I take whatever thoughts I had back.
Wait until
because I
his
was like,
films
that's
win
a
an
little
Oscar.
bit-
Yeah, wait till he wins an
Once
Oscar.
his films
That's
win an
gonna be-
Oscar, I'm gonna have a big rant on him.
It's gonna be an episode of Just Crash talking about Joseph Ferris.
Unless he-
with the
I'm gonna say-
thumbnail of him holding the Oscar, like
Yeah.
I love the Oscars.
Unless he comes out and says "fuck you guys," then yeah,
That'd be huge.
that'd be
But yeah,
so huge.
yeah, interesting. I mean, is there not a part of us all thinking this is EA, like as well, extrapolating more money out of this? Which, yeah,
I don't know because I don't know how
possible.
that deal works. Like, is it an
Yeah.
AA thing or is it do Hazelight own the rights to it? Like, is it
I
just a
know that-
publishing agreement?
I know that a quote come out the other day about Joseph Ferris talking about EA, and he said how much he loves working with them. They don't get in the way. Everyone thinks that he's lying when he says that.
Mm.
So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they have full control and own the IP and all of that. Don't know. I don't know though. Wouldn't be very EA of them not to. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
that doesn't sound like EA, does it?
It doesn't. It
But
doesn't.
then you know,
The image we have
How
of
else-
EA is also like the image of a child of like the boogeyman or something like that. You know, the shadow in your eyes are
yeah,
much
the
worse
big,
than what
the
it
big
really
bad
is.
guy of the video game industry.
Yeah.
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 Here's a question for you. Does EA get a bad rap nowadays?
Yes.
Like, let's think about it, right? All their Hazelight shoot. We sit here and we praise CD Projekt Red. We sit here and we praise Capcom. EA have now had 3 smash hits with Hazelight. And understand there's other stuff, FIFAs and all these other games they've got as well, right? That keep the lights on and stuff like that. But do we need to put a little bit more respect on EA's name?
No, we need to put a bit more respect on Hazelight's name, but I don't think we do because
I
No,
wouldn't-
because they
get
already
enough.
have enough
They
respect.
have that.
I-
Well,
I wouldn't say more respect on EA's name. I would just say less respect.
Okay.
that's disrespect. I don't know. Those loot boxes still exist.
Wait, what? In what?
EAFC.
No, but that's sure. But you're outraged.
I mean, let's- I'm
you're-
gonna
wait,
say,
wait,
let's see
wait,
what
wait, wait,
Battlefield
wait,
looks
wait,
like when it comes
wait,
out.
Wait.
Go on.
How many times played EAFC?
EFC never, because you know I don't have the funds for that.
Do you disrespect 2K?
2K,
Constantly.
we should all
Disrespect 2K.
disrespect them.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
should all disrespect
100%.
2K.
Have you seen the island? God damn, I
yeah.
disrespect that.
The island's awful.
That's I've heard nothing but bad things.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like yes, EA is obviously notoriously bad in certain elements. Ultimate Teams, we know that. These islands and things, we know that. But yeah, you're right. I guess we have to wait until we see the next Battlefield, which obviously they're playtesting right now. Some leaks come out from that, and they left them up because of how good the reception was.
I haven't seen any of them, so I need to go check that out after this.
Yeah, they might have taken them down by now, but they left it up for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe we should put some more respect on EA's name as a publisher.
I mean, as a publisher, maybe. Like, I've got nothing bad to like. I will, yeah. I've got nothing bad to say against them as a publisher. Like, I think the EA original stuff is always fantastic. I love that word, though. I really need to think of a new word. It's great. But yeah, like the wider side of it all, I'm like, no. Like, EA is still going to be EAing as long as they can.
EA games. I'm interested to see. So, okay, Apex is not in the greatest state right now.
Loot Box City.
Battlefield 2020. It's Battlefield 2042.
Not in a great state. I mean, it might be in a better.
Yeah.
It's in a better state now, but like it did not start in a great state.
Bro, EA haven't really put out too much, have they, lately?
Star Wars games were probably the last like big things they had, right?
Dragon Age Vanguard, which we liked, but beyond us didn't do very well. Madden's Madden, college football's college football, Tales of Kenzera.
Oh yeah,
didn't do well.
Yeah, solid 7.
I didn't do well. Immortals, no. You know what? EA probably about right. No, not disrespect, but I think they're probably about right. If I'm now I'm looking at it right, because like realistically, I'm like, okay, for every time they have a hit, they have a miss. Is the issue, right? Let's go back to, we'll go from 2023. Dead Space come out. We all love Dead Space. Dead Space was amazing. But then they dropped Wild Hearts. Didn't hit. Then they dropped EA Sports PGA Tour. I like golf games, never even remembered that existed. Then they dropped Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I didn't love it, but you know, it was good enough, right? And then they dropped Immortals of Avenue.
AVM, yeah.
AVM, thank you. Then we dropped EA Sports FC 24. I hated that game. UFC 5 came out, was okay. Then the games that I just mentioned. So, no, they're probably rated
where they should be.
Where they should be. They have a hit, they have a miss. They have a hit, they have a miss. And that's kind of where EA's been right now. But again, because they have Madden, because they have EAFC, because they have World Rally Championships, UFC, things like that, they're able to just keep making a ton of money. So, yeah.
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Is there a point where we stop considering EA one of the major publishers when we talk about games in terms of producing good games outside of big games outside of like their sports franchises? Is there enough misses to make us start doing that?
Oof. Damn, Crush, you're trying to get into it. I think so, yeah, probably. Battlefield 2042, miss. For me, was a miss. Yeah. I'm trying to go through games that like we would want to talk about. Need for Speed Unbound. I didn't actually hate that. I remember playing that and actually quite enjoying it. But it wasn't.
That's the graffiti one.
Yes, that was like with the graffiti lights.
I like that one.
I remember me playing it on. I remember us planning and talking about it on the pod and enjoying it. It was okay. Yeah, it was. No, it was good. It was good. It was good. Dead Space, I loved. Wild Hearts, I didn't love. Yeah, you're probably right, but I feel like taking away EA's sports games is like taking away
EA.
My Xbox is from my hands. Like it seems unfair. It seems unfair.
No, I'm not saying taking away. I'm saying like that's what they do. That is their corner. They're not like, when I say like publisher, I'm saying like a big game publisher. I'm saying like when you look at these companies that publish different types of games, and you like count them in that regard, but they miss in that regard.
But Split Fiction just came out. It's probably going to win Game of the Year.
That's a good point. But do they put out a Split Fiction? I guess with the rating the rate they put out games, with the amount of games other companies would put out that you consider them like bigger publishers, they have a big enough game that's good in every 2 years or year or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at.
I'm still with you. Yeah.
They're
Okay.
still a big public. They're still
Yeah. No,
they're
no.
still one of the big 5 publishers and things of that.
Yeah.
Because they still have a Jedi Survivor in them. They still have a Dead Space in them. They still have a Split Fiction in them. Again, I'm biased, but they still have a Dragon Age in them. I understand it wasn't for everyone, but
Sims just keeps
you know, I
printing
enjoyed
money.
it. Yeah. So I think they're
Yeah. You're fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I think EA are actually properly rated and respected of where they should be. Actually, they get a little bit of disrespect for what they do sometimes, but then we give them the props they deserve when they put out a Split Fiction.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so interesting. Crash, time for guess that game, mate.
For those of you guys who do not know, Guess That Game is the game show where I this week will be timing the boys, and they will have 1 minute and 30 seconds to ask me yes or no questions, and I will answer them. And based off that, at the end of it, they will take a guess at whatever the game is. Afterwards, there will be a trivia question. If they guess the exact game, including title, they get a bonus point, and then the trivia question will be another bonus point for the boys. Are you guys ready?
Always ready.
Yes.
Despawn cheated. He already knows what the game is. I told him earlier.
It's not that game.
Better not be.
You never know.
These one guess that game first thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna go fix Despawn. You guys ready?
Xbox 360 generation.
No.
Is it a Digimon game?
No.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying.
Xbox One generation.
Yes.
Okay. Is it part of a franchise?
Yes.
Is it a Ubisoft game?
No.
Is it an EA game?
Nope.
Is it one of the big 5 publishers, what we would consider big 5?
I paused it for a second. I always forgot what we consider the big 5 because we've had that
EA,
conversation.
Ubisoft, Xbox,
Capcom?
Capcom. I'm trying to think. EA,
Square?
Ubisoft, Square. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say big 5. No.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Get the publisher.
Square.
Go.
Yes, it's Square.
Okay, perfect. Okay. RPG.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
not a
what is that? That gives you no answer.
Yeah. Is it has it had more than 10 games in the franchise?
Oh Jesus! Why would you narrow it down that much?
Because
I'm going to let you know. I'm not 100% sure. I can double check that. And
that's
Okay,
right. That
well
helps
then-
me. That helps me.
Okay, that hell. Okay. Oh God. Pass.
Is it a 2D game?
No.
Okay.
I don't know enough about Square. Have I played it?
I don't believe so.
Have I played it?
I don't know.
He
I don't
doesn't
believe so.
know you
Okay.
like that, bro.
might.
Why are
I
you
don't believe so.
pretending?
Because I might have talked about it the last few years. Who knows? Go on.
Jesus.
That is time.
Okay.
That is time. Fix, if you had a question on your tongue, you can ask that last question.
No,
let me
because
find
you've
the
messed
answer
me
to
up.
your-
You've messed me up with the 10 games. Like that's a lot of bloody games.
Well,
I said I
like
don't
the-
know, so it might not be
I
10
know.
games.
so
I know,
well,
but you know that
to
the
help.
problem is we know that
that means it's not Final Fantasy.
We know that obviously.
That's what I was trying
we
to
know
get
it's
to,
not
yeah.
Final Fantasy, but it's like what franchise else is? Huh.
There are more than 10 games.
Oh,
Huh.
okay. All right.
Huh?
I'm
I think
Can I-
Chris got
can
it.
Can I have one more question? No, it's fine. It's fine. No. Don't want it.
I just want to say that if you think you know it and you ask a question that'll give Despawn it, is that the best move for you?
Well, it's yeah. Okay.
If you
All
think
right,
you
yeah.
know it, you probably know it.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna push for answers. Despawn.
I'm
we're
ready.
gonna start
I'm
with
ready.
you 'cause
I'm
Fix
ready.
got an answer.
I'm gonna say, I don't know if it came out on Xbox though. Fuck it. Dragon Quest?
Okay. Fix.
Kingdom Hearts.
That is correct. That is Kingdom Hearts.
Let's go, baby.
Okay.
That's a bro. That is a. Do you know what? You know what threw me? I was like, is he gone Tomb Raider?
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, but it's not.
They
But it
don't
was an
own Tomb Raider
RPG.
now, though, so I don't know if I would have
That's
said.
what threw me off. That's what threw me off. I was like, no, it can't be, bro. It has to. It's between those three, right? It's Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, or Dragon.
Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest. Thank you, Dragon Quest,
Yeah.
bro. That, yeah, and be proud of me. Be proud of me, and I got your
Once you
game,
were like,
brother.
oh, I was like, he knows it.
Yeah,
He knows it.
I had
Once you
it,
got Square
I had
Enix
it,
so
I had
fast,
it.
I was like, there's not a lot of like things in Square Enix that it could be. You guys were working well, and then Fix told you focus on the studio because he's an asshole and he cheated the game.
I didn't cheat the game.
You
I'm
cheated
just
the
saying.
game.
No,
Just
but the game is we
focus up, man.
sometimes
Focus up.
we work
No,
together
no,
sometimes
that's not
until
how
we
it works. It's you guys
get it.
ask yes or no questions and I answer them. That's the games. Those are the rules. There's no ask for help. There's no talking and could
Like our phone a
and
friend.
all that stuff.
Phone a
There's
friend,
no
bro.
phoning
Phone a
friends.
friend. I channeled my best friend. That's why I won today.
Yeah.
All right?
Shout out to him.
Okay.
Scores.
So unfortunately, Fix
no.
only got 1 point. The exact game was Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Now the trivia question. I have a list of Kingdom Hearts games in front of me.
Okay.
2 of them are fake games. The
I've
rest
got
are all
this.
real games.
I got this.
So I'm going to list off the games, and then I want you guys to name 2 games for me.
Sure.
Whoever names more games gets the points.
So if I name 12 games.
If you guys both name 2 of the games, the 2 games that are fake, you guys both get a point.
I'm writing down the games, by the way. I'm not just Googling it. Because,
Okay.
Yeah.
My hands are holding an Xbox 360. I'm too busy.
You see, it's notes app. Notes app.
Melody of Memory.
Okay.
Dream Drop Distance.
Okay.
358 over 2 days. Eternal Dreams. Chain of Memories. Birth by Sleep. Mirrored Memory. And Chain of Memories.
So I'm picking the ones that are real.
No, the 2 that are fake.
Fuck.
Okay.
There are 6 real names in that list.
So this is the weird thing. I think I know the answer, and I don't know how I know the answer because I don't like Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, Ant.
It's okay to be wrong, right, Ant? It's okay.
It's all right to be wrong. Yeah,
Can you read me the first 2 again?
These Paul wrote them.
I've wrote down my answers, but like, I just want to clarify.
Got it. Melody of Memory.
Mm-hmm.
Dream Drop Distance. You guys want the whole list again?
No,
Yeah,
just
please.
those 2. It's fine. Oh, okay, go on.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just want to make sure I write down the right name.
Melody of Memory.
Mhm.
Dream Drop Distance. 358 over 2 days. Birth by Sleep. Eternal Dreams. Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories. And Mirrored Memory.
328 and Rechained of Memories are fake.
Okay. I think Eternal Dreams and Mirrored Memory are fake.
Well, one of you guys got both of them correct, and one of you guys got none of them correct.
Okay.
Fix, you are wrong. You're wrong.
Ah.
You're so wrong. T-Small is correct.
Yeah.
358 over 2 days is a real game,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
as is Chain of Memories. I included that because I thought it would trip one of you up because of
Yeah,
it.
no.
It's just in front of it. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
No, I'm pretty sure Eternal Dreams is just a separate game somewhere.
I don't think Eternal Dreams is a game. I made it up.
Oh, okay.
It might be
Sounds
like
like
a
a Kingdom
movie.
It
or
sounds like a
something that.
game, right?
Yeah. Maybe it is, and I was very good with my making up, but
Oh, Eternal Dreamers. Sorry, never mind. It's a
Gosh,
battle-focused
totally-
RPG with deep
totally
tactical
different.
combat action. Yeah.
Totally different.
Kingdom
totally
Hearts.
No, it's not
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts game.
Okay. I was about to say. Yeah. Okay. You
different. All right.
guys did surprisingly well.
Thank you.
I mean, no big deal. No big deal. All right, well, points look like this. Crush is on 9, Matt is on 0, T-Spawn's on 10, I'm on 8, and Ryan McCaffrey, of course, is on 1. Let's do blind ranking before we get into the questions this week, boys. Remember, we rank things 1 through 5. We don't know what's to come. You guys put it in our Discord, which is in the links below. This one, it comes in from, let's have a look. See, this one comes in from Lewis Glover. Glover. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And our first game this week, Glover, Glover. Is it Glover?
Glover. Yeah.
Glover.
Like
sorry.
Danny Glover.
Sorry,
Donald
Lewis. Sorry, loser. Sorry, Lewis. Loser. First game. Bro, let me just write this one in the chat for you guys. Bloody hell, I don't even know what that is. What the hell? Never heard this game before. What is it? Go. Singularity.
Oh, Singularity.
Singularity.
Oh. Okay.
What is that?
Is that the one that people said was like Resident Evil like, or am I thinking of a different game? It was like a 2D top-down game or something like that.
That's not that.
That's not that.
No.
It is a cover. What is it? I'm just bringing it up because on Steam.
I've never seen this game before in my life.
Oh, Singularity.
Yeah,
I've seen this game from forever ago. No, I'm that claim of Singularity is more. I looked it up and I'm like, oh, that game. That's what this is.
I generally have never seen this in my life.
I recall seeing this way back when it was coming out, but I don't remember next to anything about it.
No,
5.
5. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. StarCraft. Huh.
StarCraft.
Okay. My mind just goes 4. Really, yeah.
The problem is, I know for what this game's like beloved. I know people love this game. I know that the audience for it. Yeah, but now I'm trying to figure out not only that, I'm trying to figure out the category as well.
So
I'm with you.
I have an idea of what the list is, but yeah.
I wonder. You guys both think it's 4. We can do 4. I was thinking 3.
3
just because of how beloved it is.
Yeah.
And it gives us some wiggle room of something that we definitively know.
Yeah.
Singularity was the first one. It's like
Singularity.
Yeah. 3?
3's fine. Yeah.
All right, fine. Minecraft 1.
1. Yeah,
1.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One,
Wait, this list is gone. Like, my God.
Yeah, 1. It's definitely but yeah. Yeah. But again, it depends. Cool. Yeah, we might be wrong when it comes to what the list actually is. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, but like out of the games he's put here so far. So wait. So I'm guessing there's something to do with crafting.
No, because I don't think Singularity has crafting.
Well, that's why I
neither does StarCraft.
But like, StarCraft doesn't have crafting either. I guess you technically craft the troops, but that's not really like crafting.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Doom.
Okay. 2. Yeah.
I'm good with that. 2. Guys, we've cooked.
What is this list?
Guys, we've cooked. We've cooked.
No clue.
Yeah.
Last game.
I've got an idea, but go on.
Costume Quest. We've cooked, guys.
We have cooked, yeah.
I think
first time ever, we've cooked. Off the bat in agreement. So the list goes like this: 5, Singularity. 4, Costume Quest. 3, StarCraft. 2, Doom. 1, Minecraft.
Yeah. I think those top 3 could probably be remixed depending on who's here talking about it. Yeah. But I agree, for us, this is probably the right list.
I mean, I'll put Costume Quest above StarCraft. I'm just telling you that now. But that's about it. That's all I would change on this list. That is it.
Yeah, Minecraft definitely deserves that number 1 spot.
100%. All right. Give me some titles then, boys. Give me some titles. What do we think? Be specific in your wording.
Yeah. So here's my problem. Like, I had an idea of what it was, but Doom's on the list, so I'm like, I don't know.
Well, that doesn't help me.
I mean, it helps me. I'm not going to give it because I don't want to. Because I want to go last. I'm just saying that.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Right now, all 3 of us. All 3.
Went first.
I don't know, but rock, paper, scissors. Here we go. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, I'm going first. Cool. So I think it is. So this is this is why I think it messed my head up because, like, I mean, I'll tell you, these are all Xbox-owned franchises, and that's where my mind's going.
Oh, you're right. They are.
Yeah.
Huh.
Xbox game franchises that deserve a sequel.
Okay.
See, this is where I think I'm wrong though, because I think obviously Doom's getting technically he's getting a prequel, but
you get what I'm going for.
yeah, Xbox game franchises that deserve a sequel.
Crash, I'll go next. Interesting. Xbox game franchises that deserve a sequel. Games that Xbox own.
Okay.
That would be a crazy top 5 list.
Just games that Xbox own. Phil Spencer's got them in his library, you know.
The person who made this list was Lewis, correct?
Yes.
Lewis's top 5 games.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's not it, but I have no guess whatsoever.
Okay.
All right. So we've got Xbox game franchises that deserve a sequel. Lewis's top 5 games that Xbox own. The title this week for Blind's ranking is, where is it? Here we go. 5 IPs that are now owned by Xbox but weren't at launch. Damn. I mean, Despawn, I would love to have given it to y'all.
That's fine. Yeah.
But no chance.
No.
All right, well, good list. I mean, next time use a game that I've heard of though, you know, Singularity. Jesus. Never heard that before in my life. Like generally, never heard of it. There's not very many times now on their podcast I get stumped by just something I've never heard of.
Yeah.
But that one really
Next
did
time
come
it's
out
my
of
turn
nowhere.
for guess the game. Rix is gonna get stumped again now.
Okay.
You're gonna pick Singularity.
Singularity.
That would be so funny.
Yeah.
Did you do your research, Rix, huh?
I'll be fuming. Remember, you can email in my Xbox and me podcast@gmail.com. It's time for Fix the Sack. Also, don't forget you can ask us questions via the Discord or the comments below this YouTube video, or hit us up on X and Blue Sky and all of those social platforms. It's MXAM official. First question comes from Anubis and says, with this helpful AI talk, do you think we will see the revival of Milo from Connect days? I think there is a prime opportunity to bring back Clippy back into the world.
Anubis, you're banned. You're banned.
Anubis, honestly, take a week and don't ask us a question again for 1 week, because this was bad. This was bad.
Timing you out.
Yeah, you've been timed out for a week. I don't want to hear from you next week. You've been timed out. All right.
Why would anyone want Milo back?
Why would anyone want Clippy back?
Okay, first of all, you guys are both way too old, clearly. Clippy was a childhood mascot to so many young people. Clippy is an icon and will forever be remembered. Rest in peace, Clippy.
Clippy's a dickhead. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I'm with you.
Clippy.
Fuck Clippy.
The old people just didn't get the young people, man. You guys just don't get what we like. Like, you guys just...
You like, you like talking paper clips. Is that what you kids are into?
As a child, I liked a lot of things that were not. You like SpongeBob. Did you like SpongeBob as a kid? I don't know if you like SpongeBob, but people like the talking sponge.
No,
weirdly, I think
for our time.
Yeah, I think I liked him more as an adult than as a kid.
Yeah, me too. I agree. What?
No, I hate SpongeBob. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I mean, SpongeBob was fine. Like, you know, I'm more a Patrick guy myself.
I'm a Gary guy.
Patrick gets it. Gary.
Patrick gets it.
Moving on. Top left. Do you think this has been one of the most disappointing console generations we've had, despite the advancements we've had, i.e., console power, SSD, and graphics? Oh, look. Yes, I think so, but only because I'm old. Because I think if like, let's be real, right? If you're playing, I'm trying to think what's pops this gen, like during this this gen. Fall Guys, Fortnite became popular this gen. It was before this gen as well, but more popular this gen, I would say, right?
Mm,
No, I'd probably say
No?
it
So.
was last
And that
gen.
was more of a last gen one.
Interesting. Interesting.
But I would say it's a disappointment. I like in the whole, like looking on the other side of the fence at PlayStation to start with. I don't feel there's really been like a maybe like God of War Ragnarok as being like the only major one that jumps out at me. Like, I don't think they've had really anything that's not been just like a remaster.
That's true.
That
That's
really
just, their
jumps
whole
out.
system's been
It's
It's just been
Ratchet and
reselling
Clank.
you.
No.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
2, Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank was big as well. I really like that.
Yeah. So two
on the
games in a
Xbox side.
Returnal was PS5 as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they had a few things come out this
We
year.
had Hellblade.
Helldiver. Yeah, we had Hellblade.
With Hellblade 2. I'm
Fire.
trying to think what else. What else have we had?
Avowed.
Star.
Avowed. Bro, what? Stop. What the fuck happened to Avowed? Because
it's a single player game.
We're talking about Avowed, and there's conversation about Avowed, and then Avowed's gone.
Because it's a single player game and everyone finished it.
That's people talk about Elden Ring forever. People talk about
there's replay value.
Whatever RPG's out that people just keep talking about. I get what you're saying.
It's still spoken about.
Sure, but
yeah.
Like I feel like I'm not trying to like to be mean, but like I started Avowed and actually enjoyed it the 5 hours I played, and obviously other stuff came out and I haven't gone back to it yet, but I will. But I feel like that conversation moved on fast. But that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
That's a whole different conversation. No, I do think it's more disappointing console generation. I say it all the time. What game has really utilized the SSD power, the graphical fidelity? I think we're seeing it now. Like, to be fair, credit where credit's due to AC. Again, load times on that game are free on what I'm playing on Xbox as well is about 3 seconds. When I'm in that little, the little bit where you can still hit and all that crap.
Yeah.
Like 3 seconds of load time there. The graphical fidelity in that game is ridiculous. But I don't think it does anything that it looks pretty and it loads faster, but it doesn't push. No, maybe the weather effects though. Maybe I'm being disingenuous there. Maybe the hardware power of the seasons changing the way they do and a level of detail that we've all gone in and said about, right? Maybe that is what you need for that power.
Yeah, I think with how good stuff looks, improving it isn't as noticeable. So, and it takes a tremendous amount of power also to improve incremental at this point because it's already as good as it is. So it is disappointing, but it's to be expected. And I think will be to be expected in future generations until you get a game that really shakes something up, and then that game will be it, and then all the other games will still be the same stuff. And not that it's a negative, it's just you'll never have, we've talked about it before, you won't have a 360 to the Xbox One, to the Series console anymore, because like there's not enough of a power spike in those consoles for now to really do that.
GameCube.
Sorry, I'm just picking up consoles.
Fix was waving around a GameCube and 360, and he might grab another console. No, he's not.
Oh, wait. No. Oh. I'm going Mega Drive. Yeah, Mega Drive. Okay. Sorry, Genesis.
Sorry, that's enough.
For the American audience.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it has been disappointing. I just don't know. My issue is I sit here on this podcast, we talk about games every week. I love doing it. I can't tell you what they could have done differently. Xbox could have delivered more games at a higher standard that have really pushed the boat, but so could everybody. To be honest, because I use PlayStation as that barometer, right? Of like, they usually put out games for me that I'm like, wow, I have to play this. And again, maybe it's my appetite has changed as a game, and it definitely has been. I was in roleplay for a lot of it, and then I've become more into my RPG games that obviously take away way more time that don't allow you to. But I miss Spider-Man 2. I miss God of War 2. I miss Horizon 2. Like, that was all this gen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I missed all of them. So maybe they've come out and I've missed them. I have them, but I haven't played any of them.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So
Yeah.
Canada says, with the success of Split Fiction, do you think we will actually see more split screen multiplayer games in the future? No.
Not at a AAA level. I think indie space will probably try doing it more. You might get the odd game every now and again, but I don't think it's going to be the standard, because I think the argument has always been like, in this generation, it was always like the capacity wasn't there to do like your fully fledged like AAA level graphics and then split screen it on top of that.
Yeah.
It's the reason they dropped it from Halo.
People expect too much out of a game to like be able to keep that quality up and then also do split screen as well. I do think the indie scene is probably where you will see more games with split screen that use that split screen well as well, instead of just like, hey, it's a feature we have. It's like, oh no, this is a feature made for the game. You need the split screen for a game to a degree.
You have that. I don't know what game it's called anymore, but we watched it during the EA, not the EA, the Keeley's thing, Summer Game Fest. They had that, yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're doing something similar to what Hazelight are doing, but you're right. It's not quite on the AAA. It's more AA to the indie. But
I think it's also hard to sell. It's like the reason that Hazelight get away with it, not get away with it, but the reason they do it so well is because from the ground up, like from their first game of like, we are a co-op studio, we make co-op games. Our next game will be a co-op game. Like, it's a hard sell to turn around and be like, we're a new studio making a co-op game and we're going to sell that to you.
Also,
not only that, I bet we're going to hit the same point. Please go.
That if one person buys it, both people can play it as well.
That is genius from them, and them standardizing that for EA as a big publisher, being like, we're not doing this. You're not about to try and sell 2 copies of this game. Like, no, one person buys it, you get a friend pass that you can, and the ease of that, by the way, of how it works is nuts. Like, to me, that is the one of the best things about those games, you know, especially if you're a broke college student or something like that, and you're like, oh, I really want to play this game. Oh, let's go halves, and then, you know, we can just both play it. Boom. Yeah, nuts. But no, I don't think we'll see more in the future. I think it's become a niche, right? And Hazelight owned that niche. So you'll see a couple people do it here and there and maybe not be successful, because you need to be to the same level as Hazelight, and not everyone can do what they do. So
agreed.
Yeah. Couple more. Little Schmitty says, less a question, more a discussion. Are game intros getting longer? I started the new AC game and feel like the first hour or two was just videos and walking forward. When does the actual game start? I haven't played an AC game in ages. Maybe it's just me. AC games are notorious for this, so it's just you. That is what an Assassin's Creed game is. It's like 2 hours, I would say, of like Assassin's Creed 3 was like a 5-hour intro, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, to be fair with Assassin's Creed 3, you do play as like you do get actual gameplay, and then they regress you into a child and make you go through a second intro that's long for no reason.
Like
they do that.
I mean, yeah, like prime example as well. Talking of like being a kid, Fallout 4, you just walk around for like the first.
Oh yeah,
you're a baby to start with, you're just crawling for a little bit. Oh, Fallout 3, sorry.
Free.
Assassin's Creed 2, you play as a young Ezio before he's an assassin for how long in that game? Just and it makes sense narrative and all that stuff, but you are not playing the game during that time.
No.
I think it's just you, in my opinion, and I love it in Assassin's Creed Shadows personally, because I really think that open is so strong. I think it's so strong. That's not Final Fantasy. It's not Final Fantasy 16 strong, but it's strong.
It is very good. It's a good opening.
Yeah, no. Once that credit hits, like the title card hits in Shadows, it's like, oh, you know, you're in for a treat. Yeah.
On this subject, actually, let's transition real quick. Like, what do you guys think of the 2-hour credits? I know you haven't obviously seen because you haven't hit that yet, but the Assassin's Creed has a 2-hour credits that you can skip, by the way.
Oh, okay.
How do you feel about it?
Wait, the credit title card, the credit card is 2 hours long?
at the end is 2 hours long.
It's fine.
Wait, what? How is it
What?
2 hours long? How
A
many
lot of
people like
people,
did
a lot of people worked on this
Eh,
game.
I'm gonna say, did everyone work on this game ever?
I'm just telling you what the internet is telling me.
That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm glad you can skip it. Like, and but on the flip side of that, yeah, give everyone who made the game their dues.
I was gonna say the one thing I want to add on to this. No, it is literally 2 hours.
Okay.
The one thing I want to say to this is it does mean that everybody who touched this game got credited.
That's
And
good. Yeah.
games, by the way, just so for people who are not aware, getting credited in a video game, getting credited in anything, by the way, is one of the hardest things you can do in film, TV, games, music, anywhere.
Mhm.
So clearly, Ubisoft have taken on some sort of information there where they've gone, no, anybody who has touched this game in any capacity is getting credited, which I can understand why some people are like, they don't understand it.
Yeah.
But I understand the other side of like people who have worked on games and have been like, yeah, I never even got credited because I didn't work at the studio for 3 months or I left too early to
Mhm.
actually finish and get credits and blah, 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 blah. So maybe this is a new standard of things that are to come for most game studios and Ubi are just ahead of the curve. I don't know, but maybe.
Hey, as long as it's better than Kojima's version of giving me 3 credit sequences, I don't need that. I'd rather 1 2-hour sequence than, an hour worth and 3 credits.
Yeah. But
Whatever you
neither
want
of you
with
care.
credits. I don't. I
Yeah.
don't.
Let's skip them anyway.
I personally don't care either way.
It's funny because I usually don't skip them.
Mhm.
I usually, especially if I stream the game from start to finish and I got the game code, I usually, well, you'll know this when you've been in my chat enough, I will usually sit there
Leave
and
'em running.
make us play while we're still talking and stuff like that,
Mhm.
but I will usually leave it running the entire time.
Yeah, it'd be a terrible stream
so
if you just sat there in silence going, oh,
yeah, exactly.
I know him.
But, I know that person. I know
Yeah.
that person.
shout out Dave in catering. Yeah.
But to answer your question in a long roundabout way, Lil Smitty, it's you. You've not played an AC game in a while, and that's why you feel like this is out of your norm, but it's very normal for Assassin's Creed games, in my opinion.
It's very normal for a lot of games. A lot
True.
of games have very long-winded tutorials to get people into the game.
Seen so.
Cool. Mr. Moody says, question for the podcast. What are your thoughts on the podcast, the possible Xbox handheld for this year and for the next gen consoles? I personally think they shouldn't do it as their hardware pretty much doesn't sell well compared to Nintendo and Sony. I don't know. I know the Xbox 360 did well, but even then they were outsold by their competitors. Going even deeper, I believe they should get out of the hardware business altogether and focus on creating a global app that can go on their competitors' hardware and every other hardware. With that, they can truly say that everything with that app is an Xbox. Long term, I believe, but I don't have any facts to back it up. This could save money and be more profitable as well. But what do you think? I also have thoughts on how Game Pass has been bad for Xbox overall, but I'll ask that question another time. Looking forward to hearing your discussion on this topic. Bye. Be well, everybody. Lots to break down here, boys.
So we kind of covered this last week, a lot of this. We talked about the handheld and things like that. So we probably covered that. So if you've not watched that already, go watch the episode.
I
do want to touch on the should Xbox get out of hardware?
Sure.
Long term? Probably. I think they should become an OEM, like software provider, like they are with PCs. But I feel like right now with this generation, this generation coming up, and probably the one after that, I think they should still stay in the hardware space for the time being. But I do see them eventually going to a point where they give us a technical, basically benchmark of what their hardware should be to run their games, and we'll start seeing that in the future.
Well, as someone who owns 5 Xbox 360s, I take quite. I really don't like the narrative around the 360 argument about it being outsold. By the way, like, let's remember one thing, right? PlayStation come out with like 6 different bundles of PlayStation 3s towards the end, and they were able to reduce the cost. And so did the Xbox, by the way, as I sit here holding 2 different versions. But PlayStation outsold Xbox at the end of their life cycle. Like, it was at the end. It weren't during the battle times, and then obviously they messed it all up with the Xbox One. But like, I find it strange that like people use that as like a, it got beat in the 360 generation. Microsoft made bundles of money off of the 360. Like, it being outsold doesn't matter.
It's you know, have you ever seen think of somebody running a marathon, right, Fix? I want you to just think of somebody running a marathon, right? They cross the finish line, they're cheering, they were ahead for the longest time, they're so excited, they get up on the podium, they go to the number 1 spot, they put on their medal, really exciting. It scrolls down, you see the silver medal, and the guy with the gold medal's next to them. Xbox is the guy with the silver medal in the number 1 podium spot, from what you're saying.
Yeah, no, sure. I get you. I get what you're saying. But that to me it's a weird, I don't think that, like, I find the argument strange of like, they've been outsold on every console, so they should get out of it. So
Well, the get out of it part, I think, is
I don't agree with the get out of it completely, but
I don't agree with that part at all. I think,
me either. That's kind of my discussion point here, which is like, I just don't think you can make lots of money by being in second place. You can make lots of money by being in third place, which they are.
I mean, to heads up, like, we're talking about the Xbox 360 generation. They sold 84 million consoles.
Yeah.
And I don't think they sold all them at a loss either, because I think half the reason for the redesign halfway through was to make it profitable.
Bro, I'm holding 2 different versions of this. Yeah. One which is matte, and one that is so they can reduce cost. Like,
yeah. Xbox also hasn't done poorly this generation, right? They've done
comparison
good
to what?
In comparison to even Sony, like, they haven't done bad.
They're being sold at 2 to 1, right? That's what the numbers are usually. It's 2 to 1. But to me, I'm like, you have to take Nintendo out of the conversation altogether.
Yeah.
Nintendo are their own behemoth. They have
they
IP.
can do whatever they want.
They have literally the Switch 2. I have no interest in the Switch 2 in terms of like what it can do, graphic fidelity, blah 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 blah. Is it going to have Mario Party? Is it going to have Mario Kart? New versions of that I can't play on Switch 1? Perfect, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the world we live in anymore with Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I strongly disagree with getting out of the hardware business altogether. I think doing the things that they're talking about doing, bringing in Steam and bringing in all these other platforms and things like that, is how they're going to bridge the gap between their hardware and people wanting their hardware. But they're still making so much money. So why would you come out of a business where you're making money?
Yeah, as long as they're making a profit on the sales, then why would they get out of it?
I would also say it's probably easier to sell a console and by connection through that sell the app than stop selling consoles and just sell apps.
Absolutely.
Because the reason you can look at Xbox and be like, they're a software developer because of Windows is because everyone uses Windows. People don't use Linux. Windows is the only thing. They've been the only thing for the longest time. They are the Steam of game launchers, or the Steam of iOSs or whatever it is. Yeah. So to say that they should go and be an Xbox app for games is a little weird, because we've seen a lot of companies try and do that and they fail, and even the successful ones are nowhere near the size of Steam. So I think if Xbox were to try and do that and be like, hey, we're not doing consoles anymore, we're going all in on the app, I think you'd see a quicker downfall than them just continuing to release hardware for the next 5 generations or whatever the case is.
I agree. I'm interested to hear your Game Pass is bad for Xbox overall conversation as well, Moody. So feel free to send in that question when you want. But yeah, I disagree. I disagree entirely. Xbox need to stay in the hardware business just to keep providing competition for the market as well and making money.
Yeah,
as long as you're making money.
Yeah, competition, profit, I think having a standard of what an Xbox game should run on is a good one as well. It's the reason we'll probably get like you say, this handheld will be the standard of what it should be. The next Xbox console will be the standard of what it should be. Even if we do get to a point where third parties start making Xbox consoles, there'll still be an Xbox console as a standard.
Yeah, no, I agree. 100% agree. Eldozo says, with the recent pictures of Steam being included within the UI of a future Xbox update / next gen, what are your thoughts on this and what does it mean for the... We already spoke about it, Eldozo. Sorry, I didn't see your question beforehand. I do apologize. Origin Cookie Man, after hitting a roadblock in another Crab's Treasure, I have returned this weekend to finally defeat Roland. Which games have you stepped away from only to return for vengeance with a newfound determination to get good? Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, I can answer this. I
Elden
freaking
Ring.
hated Elden Ring when I first started it.
Yeah.
But I dropped off that one so hard it made me quit streaming for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the mental issues might have been, on top of that, but
that was all Elden Ring. Just
it was all Elden Ring.
It
was all Melania. But yeah, no, Elden Ring was that one where I came back to it, and yeah, like fully went all in, became an Elden Lord. Got good, as
Two
they say.
Elden Lords on this podcast.
Two whole Elden Lords.
Yeah, 3 when Matt's on.
Yeah, 3 when Matt's on.
I'm trying to answer the question and be a professional. Yes, I'm not an Elden Lord. I've not beat the game. I could beat the game whenever I want. All right. Anyway, Rainbow Six Siege is my answer.
Good answer.
I think it's a game that I played for a long time and got destroyed on, then left because I thought the game was what I said was rubbish. Clearly wasn't rubbish, but I just sucked at it. And then to come back when I met Crash and people like that, and we ended up loving it. And then today, still playing it at a casual level. From a story-based game, I don't think I really get stuck. I don't play games that I let frustrate me like that. To be honest with you, because I play games for completion, as most people know, right? So I don't think I've had a moment in the last 10 years where I've been like, I can't get past this, so I'm not playing it anymore, ever.
Yeah, I think.
Cool. I was gonna say all the games I can think of are like an Elden Ring or where else, but for me, it's very much I step away for a day and I let it sit away and then I go back. I don't step away. You guys know me. If I step away for a week, I'm never going back to that game again. It doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned.
You step away for 2 days, it's over.
I'm going to say you are the epitome of old game is old. Like you wait a week and it's done. Yeah. Now I was going to say Lies of P is the second one. Like I've not completed it, but like I dropped off that one real hard, and then I went back and got like 3 bosses in, and I just ran out of time with other stuff. But yeah, that was another game. I was like, okay, no, I see it now. I see it.
Yeah.
As an Elden Lord, I get it.
As an Elden Lord, you just got to be an Elden Lord to get Lies of P.
You just got to be an Elden Lord. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got a better answer. Sorry, Orange Cookie Man. Sorry. Let's plug and get ourselves out of it, boys. Despawn, we got to plug this week.
I'm going to plug the YouTube channel. It is still youtube.com/myxboxandme. We'll have redirects. I'm sure we'll set those up in the future. But yeah, we have put out a metric ton of content this week. So go check that out. We've got previews, let's plays, previous podcast review discussions, a ton of stuff. So yeah, go check out the YouTube channel if you are listening to us as an audio listener. If you are already on the YouTube and you've not subscribed, what the hell? Hit that button. It makes Matt come alive. He might return to us.
Matt will come back next week if we get 10 subscribers on MXAM.
You heard it here first.
I can't confirm that. I don't know when he's back. I'm sorry. I lied. Chris, what are you going to plug this week?
Podcast reviews. If you guys can, we would greatly appreciate you to go to your pod. Words. I was on a roll and then I just fumbled the whole thing. To go to your podcast app and leave a review for the MXAM podcast. Over here in the States, we have absolutely no reviews for the podcast.
None in the UK either.
Nothing. But I do have an update. I just got a message from Mrs. Despawn. I think she wants me to do some shopping because I just got a message that said chocolate milk. So I think we found her new craving.
Yeah.
Perfect. Chocolate milk.
What about you, Fix?
I haven't really got anything to plug. I'm back on Twitch this week. Woo! Been a
Woo!
busy week. And then I am potentially trying to go on holiday. So maybe it'll be a week without me soon coming up. But don't you go? Do you go away soon? Someone goes away soon, I'm pretty sure.
I am in Brazil next month.
Next month. Oh, okay, so we
Yeah.
should be good then. All right, so
Yeah,
yeah,
it'll be
I'm potentially trying to go away during the school holidays this time. So yeah, come and follow me on Twitch. I am on the road to 17,000 followers over on Twitch.
If I unfollow and then refollow, does that help?
It does not.
If I
of course
unfollow
not.
and never talk to you again, does that help?
You're my main mod. That would really not help me at
Oh,
all.
okay,
That would
okay.
that would very much negatively hurt me. I am less than 100 followers away from
I just
17,000 followers.
I just want to not gloss over the fact. Did you hear that other mods? Main mod. It's me.
It's just because you're consistent.
Yeah, I do consistently work. You're true.
Yeah, come follow me on Twitch. I'd appreciate it. Until next time, boys and girls, thank you for watching. I will love you. I'll leave you. I'll see you later. Good boy.